Hello, hello. So today I want to show you some things because usually one thing that really worries me when I'm making a new colony is basically usually the power is one huge issue. So I want to start by making one video to explain some things that I saw. I did an experiment, so I'm going to show you. I played basically on the sandbox. If you don't want anything specific about the sandbox, how it works, you can tell me about it, and I can tell you how to enable it or make a small video for it or something. So what I tried to do, I wanted to experiment a little with how the wires work and how you could use like all of these and even the end game generators because I never use them. So I'm pretty curious about it, how they work. So the basic logic, so you can see, is that that's the end part that I'm actually managed to finish. So I started with the simple wires. Okay, and I want to tell you like some simple steps so you can understand how you can evolve your electricity. I will not do something here with the power generators. I will do probably on the next video. But I want to focus especially on the wires at this moment. Why the wires? Because usually the main problem when you are expanding your database a lot is the wiring, and you're starting breaking things, and you might not notice it, and suddenly your oxygen generators doesn't work, or your pumps doesn't work, and suddenly you see people suffocating, and you say, "Oh, what's going on?" And you understand that, or they don't have food or whatever. Many problems could go wrong with that. So I'm thinking of making like some videos. You can tell me if you want something more specific. At the moment, I'm planning just to focus on energy, and I will start with wires. Next video, I'm thinking of having with power generators. And lastly, I want to make it sustainable, how you can use them. And as far as I've seen, many generators probably doesn't worth it, and because they are not sustainable. Anyway, and for sure I want to see cooling. Sorry, I want to see cooling. The main reason I wanted to do that is because usually when I'm playing a game, I can go as far as my last run, and when something new comes up, I don't have a clue how to use it, and probably it might be a reason for the colony to die. So let's start working. First thing first, about the wires. Okay, we basically have, you are going to use like simple, let me use sandbox. You are going to have three types of wire. Okay, the first one is the basic cable that we all know. Okay, then you have the big ones, the more fat ones. Then you have some improved small ones and improved huge ones. Okay, the big ones, the heavy ones. What you need to know about them, if you check them, okay, without having them anywhere, you can see that the current load that they can manage is 1000 watts. Okay, the potential load and the energy and the temperature is something that we are going to check mainly probably on cooling if you have issues, but it's more like an end game, so I don't think that you will have issues at the moment with that. Then we have the bigger ones, which is 20 kilowatts, which is much more. It's like we have like 20 of these, so they're pretty big. And the conductive, which is probably the improvement of this one, you can store the double power, okay, on them. So what this means, basically, the conductive actually is 50 with from 20, okay. I don't think we are going never to use conductive, and I will tell you at the end why I'm thinking about that. So anyway, let's start with that. So we have the conductive wires. If we go here, this one is I want it to be as bad as you can see it. The main reason for this one is that when I have a generator that, as you can see, has plus 1600 watts. Okay. If you go in a more big one, like the ones that I have here, you can see like the petroleum has 2000 watts. So what you need to know about the wires mainly. First, you have to keep your eye on the potential load. Let me connect in an even worse wire. Let's add some wires so I can make like even. Let's put them. Whoa. Yeah. Anyway, let's put it. Let's put it here, for example. You see now it's red. Okay. So the potential load now, the current load. Yeah, you have the current load and the potential load. Yeah, that's for true. The current load at the moment is how much energy your wire can handle. Okay, and the other one is the potential load. The potential load will show you if you have like too many. Let's see. Let me break this one so you can understand more. Okay, so at the moment we have like a potential load 2.4. If I run this, what will happen is that sometimes the pumps will not work. Okay, so I'm making the pumps now run. The potential load is 2400. Okay, but my wire basically can have 1k only, 1000 watts. My coal generator produces only 600, so she definitely cannot give power to all these pumps. The thing is, the current load, the potential load, sorry, will not harm your wires. What will happen is if you have the potential load to be higher, it means that some pumps will not work. So if you see here, even if I leave it, you will not see any wires breaking. Okay, but since we don't have enough power, you will get this symbol and the pumps will not work. So that's with a potential. That's with a potential load. So keep in mind that potential load is basically will not harm your wires. Okay, you will not have issues that they are going to break, but you might have some machinery that will not work. Okay, like it does here. Okay, got that. Now, if so, when the wires are breaking, you will ask me. If I connect this one to here, okay, I connect the wire here. So now I have one wire here that I have one generator with 600 plus this one that gives me another 1k and this one which is another 1k. So basically my wires now have 2600 watts, and you will see that the current load, you see it's 2400 or 2600, depending how much I'm getting from the generators. In this scenario, the wires will break. So if I leave it, now you will see now. You see, I already have wires. Overload. Overload, damage overload. The wire keeps breaking now because the power that the generators produce is more than what the wire can handle. Okay, that's the basic idea. Still, if now I disconnect this one, let's break it. Okay, So now you can see, for example, that this wire now, the conductive wire, is connected to two power resources that has 2k watt, 2 kilowatts, more or less. And because the conductive wire can handle it, everything works fine. Now the potential load here is 2k, so the wires will not break, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 100 watts, and this one is 200 watts. So as you can see, they start not working. They are yellow because the potential load is higher, but they were not going to break. So you will tell me now how I will be able to manage it, because what's the ideal plan? Okay, that's the main reason, and that's the main thing I was trying to do here. I was thinking that, okay, how you can be sure that you are not going to overload your wires. And now those two machines come together. We have the power transformer and we have the large power transformer. Okay, those two connect with a big heavy wires. Okay, so if you see like the small one, this cable can potentially give me 20 kilowatts, which is huge. Okay, will burn everything. Still, if I connect it here, it will the 20k. I will have an exit of 1 kilowatt only, which doesn't break the small wires. Okay, even these ones, they will not going to break. So if you connect these, if you have one of these in the, let me show you, like now I have it with a conductive, I will tell you why. But if I had like, let's say this part, okay, so I have a heavy wire connected to the power transformer. Even if this one is 20k, so let's say that I have this thing here, as I did. Okay, I have all of these. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 generators. If I connect everything here with one wire, I will manage to get 12k. If I go and get this one wire and connect it to this one, okay, to this transformer, it will take this the 12k watts and output just 1k. So if you have a power transformer connected to a simple wire, the only thing that you care after that is that you have a limit of 1k that you can send to the machines and they work together. Okay, because if, for example, you connect like, I don't know, some lamps and maybe, I don't know, some automation doors, if you have like I don't know, a cooker, whatever, they're not always running all at the same time. So you might be able to spread it even more and connect more machines. Even the potential load will be higher. Okay, the potential load is it's a potential. Okay, if all the machines work together. So the ideal connection that you need is basically this one. You can have this, a power transformer. You are going to connect it with a heavy wire, and then you expand it. Now, why I have where I have two here, so I can run a conductive wire, because this one exports only 1k, and the conductive we know that they can move around with 2k. So I can use the conductive wire so I can connect even more devices without any issues. For example, here, okay, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 8 pumps working at the same time, instead of going with a wire and only have like 3 working. Okay, so basically that's the idea. You can go with a conductive if you are want to be a little more carefree, but you need to have like 2 of these. Now, if you don't want to have issues with your big wires, with the heavy ones, okay, you can have the transporter, this one, the large one. As you can see, it says that potential load. You can see it up here. Okay, the potential load is 20k. as much as the heavy wire basically is. But even if I connect all of these to one big one, okay, I can say, okay, now so I know that I will never burn these. I will connect them with a large transformer, which can produce maximum 20k. Okay, but I believe that's a very end game probably to manage to use it, because as far as I have seen, even the petroleum, which I guess it's probably one of the biggest, the solar, which is pretty huge, uh, will produce you not so much 380, so pff, very low, but it's free energy. Okay, and if we go with the steam, I think that's the next big thing. Okay, let's have it there. It's 800. So basically, petroleum so far is probably the highest. Anyway, just wanted you know, because imagine that especially petroleums, for example, to get petroleum, you have to dig very deep in the down there. So you definitely want to make a setup that will not break the wires. Okay, you don't want to go down there. Yeah, it's a huge strip. That's all I wanted to say today. I hope I kind of made it clear. The next video that I'm thinking about, I will focus more on generators, and a little bit how we could sustain them and what kind of setup you might need, which generator are good for the end game, so you can make a good setup for them. Because some maybe are, I have the feeling that petroleum isn't something that you actually want to use for generator. And how, and the most basically I will tell you a little bit with automation, so you can don't waste power mainly. The most simple thing and a small taste, so you can take it, is basically with this one, with the smart batteries. If you want to go, even start with coal or whatever generator you want, that you will have to use resources so make it work. I suggest first to have a smart battery, and it's very simple to use because you use a smart battery, you take the automation wire and you just connect them. And basically, the smart battery has a high threshold and a low threshold. So you see now that we're getting low, and when the battery is below 20%, you will see the generator that will start working. Okay, you see, they fill it. Okay, so now the generator will start working when the battery is at 90% plus something. Guessing that's around 18, I guess. So working, stop. See, we are at 90%. And the generator is idle, so you don't lose coal at this point. Anyway, that's all for today. Hope you find something useful, and then we will continue. I will continue with more details about the generators. So have a nice day. Hope you find it helpful, and see you soon. Bye bye.